unhappy about that. How did you? I mean, and I think some of them were like, yeah. I mean, the intensity was, especially who it ended up being.
Right.
Warranted that. So how did you feel about it?
Well, yeah, I mean, there was a lot of talk about doing that because it's for ratings and that sort of thing, and Scott Gimple, our showrunner and lead guy, doesn't write the story for ratings. He writes the story for the story. And what he and the other writers decided was the start of season 7 needed to start with those deaths, because that's when everything changes to move the story into a different direction. And so even though it ended on a cliffhanger, I would argue that every finale ends on a cliffhanger of sorts. This just happened to be a big one. And it was frustrating, I get it. It wasn't as frustrating for me because I knew who died. But I understand that you guys were like, I need to know, I don't want to have to wait. But they wanted to start the next season with the death, so that pushed the characters in a new direction. If they had put that at the end of season 6, the impact wouldn't have been as great to start season 7. So that's why they split it up like that. Hi.
Hi, Josh. I just want to say I love your hair.
Thank you very much.
One of my questions is, see when you found out that you were going to change to Negan's side, how did you feel about leaving Alexandria and you as a person rather than your character?
Just because I want to make sure I heard you, how did I feel about going over to Negan's side?
Yeah.
I mean, I thought it was a great turn for the character. We talked about it a little bit earlier. This storyline doesn't really happen in the comics. We see Eugene kind of turn on Negan and say, "I'm Team Rick." So for the TV version to have Eugene pledge that allegiance to Negan is exciting, but also a little scary because I don't know that that's a great place to be for this character, and so I'm excited to see if he gets out of it. He might be painting himself into a corner. He might have a master plan. He might have a bunch of ideas at hand. I don't know, but that's exciting for me, especially because around this time in the comics, Eugene's just kind of off making bullets for the war, and he's not really in the story too much. So I was excited that, oh good, I'm still gonna have a place in the story. I'm not just gonna be in some warehouse making bullets and dropping them off, but it was exciting. I loved it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.